Me. Hello and welcome to Wretched. My name is Todd Friel, your host. The wretch the song refers to. You're going to hate this. God bless Saudi Arabia, land that what happened to America? What is going on out there? Do you realize we have protections in this here country called the US of A, freedom of speech? We can say whatever we want to. Unfortunately, it was the Westboro Baptist who helped us resolve that issue, even when it's hateful, even when it's horrible, even when it's offensive. We have the freedom to assemble wherever we want, whenever we want, with as many people as we want, discussing whatever we want, at whatever volume we want. Unless, of course, you happen to be on the streets preaching the gospel. Wait until you see this. This is an encounter. We've got ourselves some open-air preachers. Way to go, you guys. And a police officer stopping them because, okay, you just prepare to do some multitask listening. Listen for the reason that the police officer gives that they have to zip it. Woo! And then, ironically, you can't buy this kind of irony. Listen for the music in the background. This is just perfect.
But what if I stay here? What's going to happen if I continue to stay here and preach the gospel in my First Amendment right on public property?
If people are offended by what you're doing, then basically we're going to end up finding it in a sort of effect manner. Okay? People don't want to hear what you have to say. If you say something that's offensive to somebody and they come to us and they tell us that you did, we've already warned you. So then
what are you warning me on?
I'm
warning
you that basically what you're saying is offending people. Okay, and if disorderly conduct, if you want to get the crimes code to look at it, if you're doing something basically that's either offensive or basically serves no legitimate purpose, we can arrest you for disorderly conduct, and you're going to have to move on one way or another.
Born in the USA, and he's being told, you can't say that because, ready for this, it's offensive. Imagine that, because somebody complained. Somebody can simply, apparently now in America, say, you know, that guy's kind of bugging me. Go shut them down. Sorry, that's not the way freedom of speech works. Just because it bugs somebody doesn't mean we have to zip it. There has to be cause. There has to be a reason to shut you down. And it's not simply because what you're saying happens to be offensive. Imagine, let's say that I'm at a football game. All right, pretty hard to imagine, but let's just say that I went and the other team is celebrating afterwards because they won the game. Hey, that's really offensive. Do you think that I could approach an officer of the law and say, sir, that team is really offending me. Shut down those celebrations. I doubt it. Back to our little, hey, just so you know too, police officers, fire people, we're very grateful for you. We love soldiers, the military, extremely grateful for you. But hey, there's this kind of, you know the dance, how this works. And it feels lately like a lot of open-air preachers are getting their toes stepped on. Let's go back to our little encounter. And now, you'll hear more about why they're getting shut down. Get ready. Now the music changes too. You just can't write this. Listen carefully.
Later in the show.
If you offend one more person, we're going to arrest you.
You're going to arrest me.
If you offend another person, I'm not going to allow you to offend someone. If you swear, if you do anything,
and I swear.
You did swear. You swear.
Hell.
Did you not use the word hell? You used
Hell is in the Bible. It's in the dictionary.
So you're determining what word to
They want to do away with it.
want their kids to hear that word. That's okay with you, though?
Oh, but it's homosexuality.
You're starting to irritate me now. I explained to you what's going to happen. You start preaching again, I'm telling you right now, it's not going to end well. Okay? I'm not going to allow you to disrupt your day. Okay?
I'm here to love you. I'm here to love you and have compassion. That's why I'm here. I have the love of God in me to warn you of the wrath of God. I don't want you to perish. I don't want people to go to the lake of fire. I'm a good police officer to warn people of the wrath. I'm like in the road, blocking the road to tell people, don't go around me, don't jump over me or under me. Repent and turn to Jesus Christ.
Oh, for crying out loud.
You got my piece. You got it. You guys got it? God bless you. Pets, we'll be taking after you guys later.
We got it all.
We didn't sync that up. Did you hear the big Lee Greenwood crescendo? God bless the USA. Out of here, you lawbreaker who's annoying people. I don't know if you could hear the original encounter in the exchange. The police officer was threatening the gospel preacher and saying, you've got to stop preaching because you're using the word hell. And the preacher tried to explain, It's a Bible word. The police officer arguing back. What, do you want kids to hear that word? Hey, officer, have you watched TV lately? Have you listened to the radio lately? Do you know that there was a big hit by Pink recently where the F-bomb is actually in the title of the word? Now, I'm not saying that we like that, but come on, officer, shutting him down because he used the word hell and it's offensive to people. This is a very dangerous road that we could be going down here in America, where speech is offensive, therefore it's against the law. I am grateful that there are law officers out there to protect us. I'm very grateful for evangelicals who are out in the streets now wanting to proclaim the good news of the gospel. The reason that we're seeing more and more of these little encounters is because there's more and more open-air preachers. Way to go, all y'all. But because of that, we're seeing these arrests happen. People getting shot. I was just on a campus recently, and I was basically given the same deal. Hey, you're disturbing the peace. I was sitting there talking to a kid on a bench. You're disturbing the peace. Therefore, you can't proclaim the gospel. I don't know that this happens at political. Do people get shut down for this thing when they're just outside, I don't know, screaming about their favorite ice cream flavor? They wouldn't get shut down for that. But it seems, there seems to be a pattern developing in the US of A that if you are out there preaching the good news of Jesus, that seems to be the thing that gets the attention of the law and gets them to behave as if they are not the law enforcer, but the judge too. Uh-oh. When we come back on Wretched, get ready, more of these encounters. Jaw-dropping, absolutely jaw-dropping. Next on Wretched.